Hi everyone. Now today we are going to discussing about the female reproductive system, the part 2. In the part 1 we discussed about accessory ducts and the primary sex organ. The primary sex organ is the ovary. The ovary is a primary sex organ because it is involved directly the production of the ova. That's why it's called primary sex organ. Now which is the accessory ducts, vagina, boviduct and uterus. This three is called accessory ducts of the female reproductive system. In that already we discussed each and everything that. In that we lost 2 or 3 points we missed about the vagina. The vagina is a non-keratinized squamous epithelium. In the vagina there is no glands. There is no glands. And there is a external opening is present in the vagina. It is called as vaginal orifice. Vaginal orifice. And also in the vagina to present the transverse folds. Some of the transverse folds are present in the vagina. That transverse folds of the vagina is called as vaginal rugae. It is called vaginal rugae. That. The next, what is this vaginal rugae? After the delivery, it become a smooth. After the first delivery, it become a smooth. Which one? The vaginal rugae. That. The next, the vagina always should maintain the temperature, pH. Sorry, the pH 3.5 to 4.9 pH. It is acidic nature. The because of in the vagina to present the acidophilus. Which one bacteria is a acidophilus? Due to the acidophilus bacteria, the temperature 3.5 to 4.9. Because of due to this from the glycogen to release the lactic acid. So in the vagina always acidic nature. It is acting as a natural antibiotic. Means it is a prevention. Which one? The vagina. And the main function of the vagina, there is a 3 functions. We have to say that the vagina during the sexual intercourse, what happen? It is allow the penis. The first point. The second one is the vagina acting as the birth canal during the parturition. The next, the third one, during the menstrual cycle or the reproductive cycle time, which is the flow is there, that flow, it helps to the flow of the menstrual flow. Which one? The vagina. That. This about the accessory duct of the vagina. Then after that, now we are going to discuss about the accessory means external genitalia and accessory glands. The first we are discussing about external genitalia. The generally the external genitalia, the collectively called as vulva. Vulva. The collectively called as vulva, which the external genitalia. The next, what are the part of the external genitalia? The first one is mons pilios. The second one is labia majora. Third one is labia minora. The fourth one is hymen. The next, the fifth one is clitoris. These all are the external genitalia. In that, here the labia majora, labia minora is there. But it is a what? It is the plural forms. What are the singular form in this? Labium majorum. Labium majorum. It is a what? It is a singular form. Now labia minora, it is a plural form. Again, what is the singular form of the labia minora? Is labia labium minorum. Labium the minorum. This is a plural. It is the singular form. It is a plural form. Only one more than one. In that, the one by one we will discuss in external genitalia. In the external genitalia, the mons, pubis, majora and minora, plural form that. In that, in the sum of the homologous organs is there. In this, the one by one we will discuss about the homologous organs in this. The first one is labia majora minora. The labia majora, it is a homologous organ of the scrotum. It is a homologous organ of the scrotum of male reproductive system. The next, the labia minora, it is a homologous organ of which the penile urethra. The next, the clitoris is the homologous organ of male reproductive system, the penis. The which one is the clitoris. The next, another homologous organ is the vestibule. The vestibule is the homologous organ of the urethra. Homologous organ of urethra in male reproductive system. These all are about the homologous organs. In that, the one by one we will explain about through the diagram of external genitalia. The first we start with the mons pubis. Now diagrammatically, external genitalia is there one by one. Just we are check the cross checking of the diagram, labeling part. Urethral opening, anus. This is the clinical perineum or perineum, porchity, the opening of the Bartholin glands, then vaginal opening, and labia minora, labium minorum is singular, the labium majorum is a singular, then mons pubis, the pubis of the clitoris, and the clitoris, the next vestibule. These all are the part of the external genitalia. In that, the one by one we are going to discussing about that. In this, the first one is the mons pubis. The first one is about the we are taking that. The first one is the mons pubis. The mons pubis here, the total external genitalia, what we are called the vulva. The total external genitalia is called the vulva. The next, the anterior part of the external, the most anterior part of the external genitalia is called mons pubis. This mons pubis is covering by the fatty acid and the skin. The both is covered, and some of the pubic hair also present in the mons pubis. Is the anterior portion of the external genitalia. That about the mons pubis, it is a anterior portion. The next one is the labium. After that, we will discuss about the clitoris. The next is which one? The clitoris. See here, the clitoris. It is the homologous organ of the male reproductive system. The clitoris is a homologous organ of male reproductive system, penis. It is equal to the penis, the clitoris. The penis is a large in size, but the clitoris is a reduced in size. You can take the clitoris. It is having the sense to the touch and pressure. Sense to the touch and pressure. Which one? The clitoris. Because it is the ending nerve fibers is present, and there is a Meissner's corpuscles. Meissner's the corpuscles is present. What is the Meissner corpuscles? This is the German scientist George Meissner is invented the honor of the Meissner. This corpuscles is called Meissner corpuscles. They help to the touch and pressure, which the clitoris. Next, the clitoris is a erectile tissue. Erectile tissue. It is allow the flow of the blood, which the clitoris only that. The next, in the clitoris after next external genitalia. Next external genitalia, which one is the labium majorum is a external genitalia. Labium majorum there. And before that, the clitoris, you know, you can take the male penis. There is having the prepuce is there. Prepuce means which is the foreskin. The foreskin of the male is called the prepuce. Same like that, here also what happened, the clitoris is also present like a foreskin of the male reproductive system, that is the prepuce of the clitoris. That is about the clitoris. The next one we are going to discuss about that clitoris. After that, the another external genitalia, labium majorum or labia majora, labia majoras plural. See here, the labia majora, it is the boundary, it is a vulva, means the total collectively called as external genitalia vulva. Vulva boundary is which one? The labia majorum. Labium majorum is a boundary of vulva, which labium majorum. The labium majorum is a homologous organ of scrotum, homologous organ of the scrotum, and in this present the gland, which gland, that is sebaceous gland is present. Important, sebaceous gland is present. This sebaceous gland is called as oil glands are present in which region? That the labia majora region. The next about another external genitalia, that is about the labia majora it is a posterior part of the mons pubis. It is anterior part. The mons pubis, the posterior part is a labia majorum, labium majorum. Okay. The next one is labia minora. The labium minora. The labium minora is the scrotal. It is the homologous organ of penile urethra. It is a homologous organ of penile urethra, which is the labium minora. The labium minora is present between the two labia majora. This is the labia majora. Two labia majora, which one present? Labia minora. This is about the labia minora. It is the labia majora. Between that labia minora is present. Between the labia minora, which one is present? Between the labia minora, which one is present here? The vestibule. Between the labia majora, labia minora is present. Between the labia minora, which one present? The vestibule is present. The vestibule is called the homologous organ of male urethra. Homologous organ of male urethra. Then this about the labium minorum. Okay. The next the vestibule completed. The last one. Next we can open to this vestibule now opening extended into the to form the porchity. The porchity the finally extended to form the perineum, to form the one, the perineum. The perineum, it is a combination of urethral orifice and vaginal orifice. Urethral orifice, which urethral orifice. The next one is vaginal orifice. Which one? The clinical perineum. Then it's going to open into the outside, that is the anus. It is about the anus. This total about the external genitalia. Okay. Then after that, now we are going to discussing about the female accessory glands. About that. Now female accessory glands. What are the female the accessory glands? The first one is the Bartholin glands. The second one is the Skene's gland. The third one is the mammary glands. The three glands is there. The first one is the Bartholin glands. The Bartholin glands, where it is located? It is located slightly posterior side and to the left hand right of the vagina. For example, we can take that here the roughly this is the vagina, then this also the vagina line means roughly. In that vagina where it's located, the A means in the posterior side and left and right side, which one it is located, the Bartholin glands is located in the pair of the Bartholin glands. The Bartholin glands is called the greater vestibular glands. Greater vestibular glands. The Bartholin gland is the homologous glands of, very important, the homologous glands of bulbourethral glands of male reproductive system, or Cowper glands of male reproductive system, which the Bartholin gland. It can secrete the lubricant. It can secrete the lubricant, mucus gland. Then after that, the next is the Skene's gland. The Skene's gland is the homologous gland of the prostate gland of the male reproductive system. The next, it is a lesser vestibular gland. The next, it is where is located anterior wall. When you can observe that the anterior wall of the vagina. The anterior wall of the vagina located which the Skene's gland. The next last one is the mammary glands. The mammary gland, the presence, it is the nature of the females. Actually, the mammary glands to present the what? The fats is present. Second one is the granular tissue. Granular tissue. The next, where it is located, the front side of the females in the round shaped, the mammary glands is present, a pair of the mammary glands or the breast is presented. What is the work of the fat? The fat, it is for supporting to the mammary glands. Nothing but the fat is stored in where? In adipose tissue. Where it is stored is adipose tissue. Means the size of the breast, the depending upon the adipose tissue only that. Now here the granular tissue play the very important role about the mammary gland. We will discuss through with help of the diagram. This is about the diagram of the female breast, sagittal section of the female breast. Once here the fat is there, again breast, the granular tissue. See here, what is each granular tissue? The granular tissue this. Each granular tissue this to present the 15 to 20 mammary lobes lobules. 15 to 20 the mammary lobules is present in granular tissue. Each lobule to present the mammary lobes. See here in this is about the glandular tissue. In the granular tissue, the 15 to 20 the mammary lobes are there. Each mammary lobes to present the grape-like structure. The grape-like structure, which one that the mammary alveoli. Which one that the mammary alveoli. Means the granular tissue, the mammary lobes. These mammary lobes to consisting the what? The number of the mammary alveoli. It is a grape-like structure. This is about the mammary alveoli. It's a basic of the mammary glands, which mammary alveoli. And the lungs, which is the basic unit of the lungs, the alveoli is the basic unit of the lungs. Here the alveoli, mammary alveoli, basic unit of the mammary glands. So here in mammary alveoli, now here it is opening to the duct, that is about the mammary ducts. This total mammary gland is covered by the skin, that is called mammary skin. So here this mammary alveoli opening to the duct, that is called mammary duct. This mammary duct become expanded. This here the short is like it is expanded. After the expand of the mammary ducts, then it will form into the mammary ampulla. Then form into what? The mammary ampulla. This mammary ampulla, the finally opening to the lactiferous duct. Lactiferous duct. Then lactiferous duct ejaculation. the secretion of the milk. See here the through the nipple. In the nipple, one is there, the areola is there. Here the nipple, here the down, the areola is there. The areola is there. Pink to brown color part that. Once here the sequence is the glandular tissue, mammary lobes, mammary alveoli, then mammary ducts, then after the mammary ampulla, next lactiferous duct, then to the nipple. It is sending up the milk to outside that. So actually the releasing of the milk, the depending upon when another thing that in the mammary glands is located anterior the part of the female. In the one muscle is pectoralis major muscle. It's very important that where is present that pectoralis major muscles of the females. Now in the milk, the production of the milk, the depending upon when it is activated, when it is during the pregnancy time that. But in the non-pregnancy time, it is not release the milk. Because of that, there is during the pregnancy time to release the one hormone is prolactin hormone. Prolactin hormone, it is help to the stimulation of. Yes, during the pregnancy, what happened that in the females there is the release the two hormones, that is the progesterone and the estrogen hormones. So due to the influence of these two hormones, the glands, mammary glands can grow due to these hormones. Then along with that, the oxytocin hormone release. Due to the influence of this, what happened? Milk as the infant sucks the breast. The next one is the prolactin. The prolactin hormone is help to the production of the milk in the females during the pregnancy time. But after the menopause, what happened that these all the glands are becoming atrophy. The gland become a destruction after the menopause. Menopause means to stop the releasing of ova is called menopause. The first releasing ova is called menarche. Then after that, after the delivery, the first few days milk to consisting the one. What is that? The colostrum, one substance that is about the colostrum, the first few days mother milk. In that milk to present the one immunoglobulin, that is about the immunoglobulin A. Due to the present, the child to get the throughout the life more immunity power, that is due to the immunoglobulin A only. No other milk not there like that. Next of the female, the males also to present the milk. That milk is called rudimentary milk. The few amount of the milk is present that. In the male milk, the milk is generally the milk is present the following substances in mother milk. That the few amount of the vitamin C. The child to present the casein, only child to present the child milk the casein, and very poor less amount of the iron is present. Then calcium, the potassium, the phosphorus, the fat. These all are also to present in the mother milk. So mother milk, it is one of the balanced diet to the child. This all about the female reproductive system, external genitalia. Thank you one and all.